Star love to fly by Yingling and PPM Motorhomes too. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Texans poached a Cowboy off their practice squad. Defensive back Zion Childress now signed to the Houston Texans 53-man roster, adding depth after they cut C.J. Gardner-Johnson yesterday, and Derek Stingley suffered an oblique injury in their loss to the Jags. Speaking of the Cowboys, they might have caught a break as the Green Bay Packers possibly could be without right tackle Zach Tom, who injured his oblique on Sunday.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That goal is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up,
Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. I appreciate y'all joining me however y'all may be joining, whether that's 94.1 on your FM dial, sasportstar.com if you're listening via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or if you are watching our show live on YouTube. That's right. We stream all of our shows live. Go to YouTube, search SA Sports Star. Go ahead and like, subscribe while you're there. Set your notifications so you know when we go live. You can always comment along with all of our shows as they happen. A bunch of people already in the bullpen. Jacob Barrick, Antonio Moreno, Sam, Coyote, Fred Records. I see y'all all there. Eagles fan, what's going on? And of course, you can always call in the old-fashioned way, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 if you want to be a part of the conversation. Lots to get into today, especially as it pertains to, well, the Texans and the Cowboys, as two ships going in the same direction quite quick, as it turns out at this early point of the season. Is there any ways for them to turn it around, especially with a very motivated Micah Parsons heading into Jerry World this Sunday on Sunday Night Football? And earlier this morning, both AJ and Rob were discussing Micah in terms of Jerry Jones and his thoughts about Micah's return to Dallas just a month after being traded.
First, they asked him if he feels a competitive drive to win versus Micah this week.
Yes, I do. And I think that, of course, I have said this time and time again, I think the world of Micah. And as an individual, and of course, know him well. And I might say I wish him well, except it's obvious I don't this weekend in terms of Green Bay winning the ball game. And so it makes for an exciting time, and I'm anxious to see if over the years when I saw Michael mitigated, when I saw teams playing pretty well, which he's going to make some plays no matter how you play. But when I saw people play us well with Micah in the game, and it did happen, then obviously we'll be looking to try to run those kinds of plays.
Obviously.
So we know what he's not good at. We're going to do that.
We know exactly what he's
and there's not that much that he's not good at.
Well, what he's not good at apparently is playoff football. And that's the JGR, another one. How was he in the playoffs? Completely invisible. Yeah, you remember what the playoffs were like, though? It's one of those things like, I don't want him around here because he stunk in the playoffs. Well, Now you won't get to see what it's like to stink in the playoffs because you're not even close to a playoff team anymore. So
yeah,
enjoy that.
This is all about next year and the following years. And I get the way Jerry feels. You want to play against him, but I appreciate he left that last little dig, that he let it out at the very end. Yeah, we know him too. And we know where his weakness is. And not that he has any, but I do think that there is that competitive drive just to, we know it's going to be good, but I got something for you.
At JGR, Micah had 2 tackles. That's it, all game last week. Must have thought it was a playoff game. Well, he also leads the league in pressures. He also is 4th in PFF amongst edge defenders.
If you're still throwing this out, you're not going to change these guys' view.
You're not.
You know what I mean? If you're still holding out hope that the Cowboys made a good deal, go ahead, enjoy it. The ignorance is bliss. You'll be the grinning idiot. I mean, if you still sit today and say the Cowboys did the right thing, they did it at the right time, and they got enough talent for what they gave up. Well, enjoy. I mean, is the sky blue in your world? I mean, it was the worst possible deal, a deal that had to be made, but it was the worst possible time. He didn't get enough. He traded inside the division. He's got this guy coming into town, and on top of that, his team sucks.
Yeah.
So there's nothing good about this. You can say he wasn't worth it. He was worth every effort. He was worth every squeeze. He was worth every dollar. He was worth another defensive coordinator. He was worth all of that, and the Cowboys blew it up. They screwed it.
Okay, so they asked Jerry if you let your money get in the way in the Micah deal, did you let your money get mad during this deal?
Absolutely not. Not at all. It was nothing personal. I told you I like Micah. And there was no issue regarding, as much as people wanted to make that of it, there was no issue regarding feelings relative to the negotiation. Certainly not on my part. It was just par for the course. And the facts are, the negotiation was ongoing. Now, people made a lot of that we weren't talking. I had on the table the best I could do, period. And really, I wanted to see, by chumming it up out there, that we could see what Micah might be worth in trade value. And that was the plan all the way through, quote, the negotiation. And so there's as a matter of fact, cool as a cucumber as far as feelings or as far as flaring.
Cool as a cucumber. Never let it get personal. Never let it get emotional. Sure.
That's not how it played out. I don't know. It's a strange memory he has. And maybe personally behind closed doors, it never got personal. Certainly felt that way. When you came out and said the agent told you to stick it up your ass, I think that got real personal.
Yeah.
So I don't buy that at all. I do sense the realization that behind closed doors, this was a cluster.
Jose says, I like how AJ hates all Cowboys players, but as soon as they leave, he's all over them. That's just fundamentally not true. I said when Micah was a Cowboy, I said, pay him. He is the best player on this team.
He is.
I don't hate all Cowboys players. That's just not true. I hate the ones that don't live up to expectations.
Myopic. This was such a monumental mistake, and now we're all just dealing with the fallout. And the first and immediate fallout will be losses in ways that are ugly because you're going to give up so many points. But if they can make some lemonade out of this and draft appropriately, which right now doesn't seem like they're capable of, then we can make light of it, make it feel like a better deal. But right now, this is just horrible. It really is.
Well, they asked him, why did you prioritize Dak and CD over Micah?
Well, because at some point, you look at where you're trying to go as a team and look with how you can afford to get there, which has to do with the cap. We decided 2 years ago that we wanted to go forward with Dak. Now, that was quite a challenge because the combination of what we'd been paying him plus what we ended up paying him really takes up, if you will, your currency. That's just what it is. Once we decided to do that, then obviously we want to maximize what we can do on offense, and therein comes Lamb. And both of these guys were very, very indispensable as far as any type of plan that we had going forward. Micah, just as he was extremely attractive in terms of making a trade, Micah is also and was a very attractive player for us to go forward with on defense. We decided, after having done Dak, after having done Lamb, looking ahead at who we were going to want to do, which is very important here, looking around the corner and see if the players we've got, who we're going to put in our top 6 or 7 salary-wise. We did all of that, and it came up the trade.
I think this is about as honest as Jerry's
It
been.
really feels that way.
Yeah.
Like there's some real he's done some real soul searching, and I guess getting your ass kicked by the Bears will do that. But
and it's kind of like when I watched Breaking Bad with Walter White. With every decision he made, you go, I get it. I understand how you got where you are. I think you made a lot of bad decisions, but the ramification, I get it. And I think the moment, as he said, the moment we decided to pay Dak, we couldn't not help him. You know, we're all in. We can't not help Dak by re-signing his favorite player in CeeDee Lamb. So exactly what he's saying, you can look at it as a reason as to why they're here or as an excuse. To me, in hindsight and looking in the rearview mirror, it makes perfect sense. You paid Dak an extraordinary amount of money. You can't leave him alone because we know by his definition he wasn't capable before he got paid. Why would he suddenly be capable of doing it without Dak or CeeDee Lamb now? So you got to pay CD. And once you did that, they kind of limited the resources and what they were comfortable paying their third guy. Sadly, their best guy, but he was third in line.
Here, where'd it go? JGR, fact is he had two tackles versus Cleveland's offense and got his ass kicked. No,
okay,
guys, Cleveland's offense. Remember, Cleveland scored 0 points, 0.0 points until there were 9 minutes left in the game. They got a field goal, and then they scored. Yeah. They scored right after an interception from Jordan Love, and then kicked another field goal. Cleveland's offense did nothing in the game. Nothing.
So is the point that Mike is not any good? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what people are trying to convince you of. I don't understand how you can think
why
that.
You think that he isn't any good. By every metric, he is one of the top 5 players in the league. Sum total, he is that good. And the Cowboys traded him away for a couple of draft picks and a dude.
These are
it's a bad situation.
If you badmouth Micah, you're essentially the dude whose wife leaves you because you're a crummy husband, and then she's got a better life, and you're like, but she's a pig.
Yeah.
She sucks.
You have no idea.
Yeah, and meanwhile, she's like got a way better life than she had with you, and you're a bitter, sad man.
So I can get you can be mad at Micah for the way he acted. You can denigrate his podcasting and all the stuff about wearing out at the end of the season. Yeah, there's some things, there's a couple of things that most people will admit. But to throw out, he only had two tackles. What? That in itself is just it's ignorance. So the moment you say that, you're discounted.
Look. Jerry is obviously still feeling the sting of post Micah, and the Cowboys themselves are feeling the sting of post Micah. You can hear it with Shoddy today. He didn't sound as energetic as he normally does. He didn't sound as vibrant as he normally does. And part of that's because he knows, man, it's going to be a long day for them.
Dominant, and we know that, but we're going to hit him, and we're going to put multiple people on him. And you know what? It's going to be a long day for us and the guys trying to block him because he's that talented. But it's not just about Micah. It's about their entire defense. But really, it's about us. It's about us controlling what we control. And those guys out there on defense, including Micah, Rashawn Gary, those guys, they're great, great players, man. But if we get caught up too much on them, then you lose focus on what really matters, which is your execution.
And that's the difference in Micah in Green Bay versus Micah in Dallas. Micah in Green Bay, sure, you can do what you can to try and neutralize Micah. But then Rashawn Gary or Edgerrin Cooper, or, they've got other guys that are going to make plays because you're showing that respect to Micah Parsons. The Cowboys never had that guy opposite Micah that frightened you to where you weren't scared to dedicate resources. It's like the Houston Texans with J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt can wreck a game plan. So what did teams like New England do? Everything in their power to neutralize J.J. Watt. You do everything you can to neutralize Micah Parsons when you're playing the Cowboys. And they didn't have a counter punch to that. The Packers have a counter punch. So if you try and neutralize Micah, other guys are going to wreck the game plan. And if you try to accommodate for the other guys and worry about the guys on the other side like Shotty's doing, and you just go straight up on Micah, all of a sudden you have that fear that Micah can absolutely wreck the game. Because, sure, he's got 1 sack on the year, but he leads the league in pressures. That's just what great players do. They force you to overcompensate. And if you don't have a counter punch to the overcompensation, then you yourself as a team are in danger. But if you have a counter punch, the other team has to worry about all aspects of your roster. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. You can follow me on all social media platforms at I am Pledger. You can follow the station at SA Sports Star. When we come back, RJ Ochoa, he reacts to what happened in Chicago, if there's any fixes they get ready for Green Bay, and what is the proper usage of CeeDee Lamb. RJ Ochoa, one of my favorites, coming up next right here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Football season is back on Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the action this season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use my code ROAM and get $50 in bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code ROAM on Prize Picks to get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 bonus credit in lineups just for playing. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-298-2007. That's 800-298-2007. 800-298-2007.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Oh, let's go.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready.
And get ready for the workday.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I appreciate all y'all for riding along with me tonight as we take you up to 7 o'clock and get you ready for the Cowboys Hour with special guest Cavante Turpin joining the show today. Dallas Cowboys had a rough week of it. After barely pulling one out against the Giants, and we've seen what they are with Russell Wilson in the weeks they didn't play Dallas, now seeing what happened against Chicago. Lots of questions surrounding the defense, surrounding the team itself, especially in wake of all the injuries. Tyler Booker, CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs didn't practice today. You've been out DaRon Bland. You've got multiple injuries within that secondary. How are they going to bounce back and rebound and get the ship righted, or can they right the ship? Well, RJ Ochoa, blogging the boys, one of our favorites, the original Rock the Mic champion, ended up joining Jason and Joe on the Blitz a little bit earlier today, and they talked about the Dallas Cowboys and how to come back from what happened up there in the Windy City.
It looked like the Bears were playing against a bunch of 10-year-olds out on the street. I mean, that's how wide open their guys were. And Caleb Williams winning NFC Offensive Player of the Week today just goes to show you that. Look, I understand all those guys you mentioned are out, but Eberflus is supposed to be a defensive mind. You know, against the Eagles, he made the adjustments. They looked better in the second half. Against the Bears, he didn't do anything.
So the only place I disagree with you, Joe, is I think that as we gather more data, and I said this at the time, not in a I'm super smart way, but it was difficult to know that Thursday night whether Eberflus and the Cowboys made defensive adjustments or if the lightning delay just zapped all offensive energy from both sides. And it's worth mentioning that neither the Cowboys nor Eagles scored after that lightning delay. And then I think that, again, the evidence we're gathering from that point to now suggests that it really was just the delay more than that the Cowboys locked in. I agree with you. He's a pro. And I think, narrative doesn't make the loss count more in the standings or anything, but it does hurt the narrative. This was in Chicago against the team that he was formerly. Every Bears fan walking out of Soldier Field on Sunday was high-fiving, and on top of everything was saying, that's why we fired that guy. That's why we got rid of him. He sucked, right? Like, and everyone shared that sentiment. And so it was particularly bad. I mean, he's insistent on playing zone coverage almost 100% of the time in modern NFL times, which is an interesting move to say the least. But I'm also inclined to blame everyone because there were 4 plays of 30 yards or more that the Cowboys had against them. All of them came in the first half. 3 of them came in the first quarter. 2 of them came on one singular drive. I mean, there's a lot of quit and a lot of give up happening on the field that Matt Eberflus has nothing to do with.
You know, RJ, as you say all that, and I don't necessarily disagree, but at the same time, his coverages, whatever he was calling, and when you hear Jerry talk about in his interview on 105.3 The Fan yesterday that the front end wasn't in sync with the back end, to me, that's on coaching, and that was the entire game. That wasn't a single play where, man, that was bad communication on that play, and that's why the big play happened. It was the entire game. I mean, that is the biggest indictment on a coach from an owner / GM who then tells us that they're all really good teachers, right? And then you point out that the communication was so bad the entire game, adjustments weren't made. It was so bad, there were times where you weren't even sure which guy was supposed to actually be in coverage, if there was coverage, because some of those touchdown catches and receivers were so open, you thought the defenders were photoshopped out of the picture. They just were never in the picture.
Yeah, my mom is obsessed with that function on the iPhone where you can like hold and remove people. You know what I'm talking about? It feels like that's what they did. I mean, I'm with you. Like, dude, this is people always, for the last half decade now have, when things are bad, likened the situation to 2020, the Mike Nolan year, the Tabasco in the eye and all that garbage. Like that actually makes sense. Like, and not in a everything feels bad, but like in a measurable way. This is already, I mean, it's a very small sample size, but through 3 games, we are seeing one of the worst defense in Dallas Cowboys franchise history. I love to always comb through historical archives. I do that every Monday or a day after a game. There are no defenses in all of Dallas Cowboys franchise history who failed to record multiple takeaways to the first 3 games of the season. There are now. This is the first one to generate fewer than 2 turnovers in the first 3 games. And the one turnover they generated actually could come with an asterisk if you wanted to apply it, because it happened in overtime of the Giants game that Jason was in attendance for. So it took an extra period for it to come in general. This is, and look, it's not all Micah Parsons being out, and that point will be emphasized this week a lot, obviously. It's DeMarcus Lawrence being gone, and that point is exacerbated because Michael is gone. It's not having proper players in the secondary. It's not having modern coaching to make up for the lack of talent. So, I mean, it really is each and every single part of what they have going on that is fundamentally poor right now.
Well, it is, but it is early, RJ, and I mean I mean that in all sincerity. And even though it looks really bleak this week with Green Bay coming in, it's a week-to-week league, and I just can't believe the Cowboys are as bad as what they showed on Sunday in Chicago. And I look for a much better performance. Will it be good enough to beat Green Bay? I don't know. But CeeDee Lamb is a problem. That's out, and I have to bring this up because you and I disagreed on Twitter about this. That was the dumbest play in the history of dumb plays, RJ. I don't know how you can defend that play.
the disagreement for the audience, because I'm interested in offering context, was disagreeing whether or not it was wise for Brian Schottenheimer to hand the ball off to Stevie.
Yes,
because that's where the consternation has come from, is that it's dumb he got injured on a play that was a handoff as opposed to a reception, which is his day job, for lack of a better term. Look, I have, and I think my history with this radio station and on this show specifically well documents this. I have zero issue bagging on this team. In fact, if you have a bag on this team, get in line, because I have a long list of demerits. But this is purely hindsight evaluation in my mind. Is it unfortunate that CD got hurt? Absolutely. Obviously, nobody would have preferred that. But his ankle could have gotten rolled up on any particular moment in time. And beyond that fact, I am a fan and an advocate for involving the most dynamic offensive skill player you have in as many different ways, and specifically in as many different creative ways as you can. And this shouldn't, hinder Brian Schottenheimer from handing the ball off to CD or anybody else in the future. It's just football, and sometimes things happen.
Well, let me just say, all right, creative ways. Wait.
Yeah, okay.
Creative ways, I'm all for. Handing the ball off to your best weapon on offense and making him run up through the tackles. I mean, the play lost 2 yards, whether he gets hurt or not.
That point would hold water, Joe, if he was injured in the scrum, if he was injured within the tackle box. He wasn't. He'd gotten out by that
The
point.
entire Bears defense knew who was getting the football. There was no secrecy there. There was no imagination there. There was nothing.
Do you think that the Bears defense is ever surprised by CeeDee Lamb getting the ball? Like, he's going to get the ball on a very frequent basis.
10, 15 yards down the field, I'm happy to have him get the ball. And if he gets hurt there, it's unfortunate. But you don't put your best weapon when you have a running game. You don't put your best weapon in the backfield and hand him the football. That's just stupid.
Why do the Lions do this with Amon-Ra St. Brown? Why did the 49ers do this with Deebo Samuel?
Wait.
Why did the most innovative and brilliant offensive minds make sure to give their most talented offensive skill position players the ball in as many different ways as possible?
Amon-Ra St. Brown, if I recall, got the ball and then he pitched it to a real running back.
That time
on Monday night, but there's an extensive history of him handling different balls. And
you guys want to take up for Shotty on that?
The course of Lions
look,
history.
It was the dumbest play in the history of dumb plays. I mean, you don't do that.
He has a history of running the football. CeeDee Lamb has since he's been a Cowboy. He had 14 carries last year, but they didn't have a real running back last year. I can see both of your points, but because he got hurt, it's a big deal. This would be like me bitching that, man, Dak actually played in the preseason and he got hurt. Son of a, right? I mean, if he doesn't get hurt, we don't even talk about that play. And it actually never happened because Terrence still got called for holding. So if you look at the official record, the play never happened.
He got hurt for no reason.
Well, on a play that didn't happen.
Probably my favorite part of today's interviews is just Joe's consternation for the way that CeeDee Lamb got hurt when it has been shown across the league. Find a way to get your playmaker the ball. Doesn't matter how you get your playmaker the ball. Get your playmaker the ball. I wish the Texans found more ways to get Nico Collins involved in the offense. I don't care that people know that he's getting the ball. If he's lined up at running back, if he's lined up in the slot, if he's lined up wide, if they're running bubble screen, get your best player the ball in their hands and let them do things with the ball in their hands, because your offense is better for it when your best player has the ball in their hand. You see it with the Detroit Lions and them just manufacturing ways to get Amon-Ra St. Brown the ball. Same with Deebo Samuel, whether it was in San Francisco or whether it's been with Cliff Kingsbury in Washington. You find a way to get your best playmakers the ball. Look at what they do with Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, in the slot, split out wide, angle routes out of the backfield. Doesn't matter how you get Christian McCaffrey the ball. Get Christian McCaffrey the ball. He's your best offensive weapon. That's what you do. And CeeDee Lamb is your best offensive weapon when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. You manufacture ways to get him involved in the offense. It doesn't matter how it happens. I'm not mad that he got hurt on that play. It's football. You're going to get hurt. Whether it's there. Last year, he got hurt laying out for a football and separated his shoulder and played through it all year last year. Am I mad that he had gotten hurt in a pass play? No. Doesn't matter. Get your best player of the football. Figure it out. Figure out a way to get them involved. It is the best opportunity to win the football game. And I would say the same thing for George Pickens this weekend. Whether you line him up, whether you run him on an end around or a sweep, find him a way to get the ball in his hands, because you are going to need George Pickens this Sunday night when they take on the Green Bay Packers. This is Extra Innings with Pleasure. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 941 FM, sasportstar.com. When we come back, it's the end of an era in New York. We'll discuss coming up right here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 941 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's one, two, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagel from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. For windows and door renovations, call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations, 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
George gets justice. Back to school isn't just about school supplies and lunch boxes. It's about your child's safety, school zones, crosswalks, distracted drivers. If someone's carelessness leaves you needing help, you need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George and his team fight for families. You only pay if they win. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back. My emotions are stable and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6. Your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm James Pledger. I always appreciate y'all rolling along with me this evening, especially if you're watching on YouTube. A lot going along in there because it's always crazy up in there. I see Drew show CeeDee Lamb could have gotten hurt blocking, going over the middle for a touchdown. Doesn't matter. And that's true. What if he's blocking for a run play, gets rolled up on? Are you mad he blocks? To me, it's a very, very straw man argument to say he got hurt running the football. It is stupid he ran the football. No, because when that play has success, you don't call it stupid. The fact that it was a loss of play and there was a holding on it and the play didn't even count, that's why most fans are mad. And it shouldn't be that big of an issue other than the fact that he got hurt, but it's football. You get hurt doing things. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger. We are seeing the end of an era after just 3 games. One of them very, very great. As the Russell Wilson era has come to an end in New York. And earlier this morning, speaking of AJ Hoffman, he and Rob Thompson, we're talking about Russ done in New York. And now the beginning of Jackson Dart.
There's a big move in the Big Apple as the New York Football Giants have decided to hand over the reins. It's going to be Jackson Dart starting in week 4. And I think the reason they do it now, first of all, the game against the Cowboys was great for Russ.
I mean, Russ's next to last game as a pro, and it very well have been.
The other
was
two,
the best of his pro career. Isn't that nuts?
The other two were dreadful. And Russ did something against the Chiefs that to me is unforgivable.
That 4th down.
Yeah. And this is why, honestly, the reason why I ever started to hate Aaron Rodgers, the reason why I don't respect Aaron Rodgers the way that a lot of other people do is there's no quarterback in the history of the NFL that's been more protective of his stats than Aaron Rodgers. Like Aaron Rodgers would rather throw an uncatchable ball than have there, like on 4th down, than have there be a chance of an interception. Like if the game's on the line, he'd rather hit the goalpost with it than throw it up and have a chance for someone to take it away and put a 1 in his interception column. Russell Wilson made a business decision on 2 of those 4 plays to throw uncatchable
and
balls,
then run out of bounds.
Yeah, and just give your chance. Or you get no chance to win. You had no chance to win with those decisions. It's really an unforgivable thing. I think that's part of why. But I think also maybe they're seeing stuff in Jackson Dart that says, all right, maybe we got enough. But I think the biggest factor is the Giants now know we suck.
Oh, yeah. And there's nothing better than understanding who you are. And they know they're terrible. And what are we doing here? And our intent is to be better and have a better quarterback next year and surround him with more talent as we get closer and closer to redoing this team and hiring a new head coach. Let's not kid ourselves. Daboll's gone. Yeah, I mean, you're damned if you do it, if you're damned if you don't. I mean, there was some thought, can you hold out and get the bye week and some easier teams? I don't blame them for what they're doing. My real question here is, and Dart's gonna have a rookie year. And now everything that rookie quarterbacks go through, he's gonna do it. There's gonna be interceptions, there's gonna be bad calls, there's gonna be mismanaged clock. All those things are coming, but might as well get it out of the way early.
And we looked at their schedule last week, and listen, playing the Chargers for your first game, this is tough.
Yeah, it ain't easy.
And next week they could have waited till next week when he played the Saints. But then after the Saints, it's Eagles, Broncos, Eagles. It's tough. Yeah, it's hard out here.
I don't blame him. I'm not mad. Ideally, in the perfect world, I mean, I heard it described best yesterday. Jackson Dart was the break glass in case of emergency quarterback. We're only going to play in case things have gone terribly south, and they have. So they broke the glass and brought him in. The real question now is, what happens with Russell? And if it's the end, he's got the Super Bowl, he's got numbers. Is it possible to play yourself out of a Hall of Fame career? I mean, can you look at the last 3 years of his career and go, yikes,
yeah,
this is awful. Like, dudes you can't even finish a season with teams. They're running you out of town.
Yeah, he's been dreadful. And now there is a case that, last year this happened to the Giants as well. Daniel Jones says, hey, if you're not going to play me, can you just release me so I can find a place? And Daniel Jones did, and may have revived his career
so far. But
if I'm Russell Wilson, I think that's what I asked the Giants to do.
You can't come back to New York. They don't want you, and you don't want to be there. And
they've got Jameis Winston, so you've got a veteran backup. If I don't believe that Russell Wilson can still be a viable starter.
I don't either. He's done.
But I understand a team like Cincinnati, who just saw their backup quarterback throw 50 interceptions against the Vikings. I could see how Cincinnati would look at it and go, hey, man, we're 2-1. We've just got to find a way to survive until Joe Burrow gets back.
I would, to do that, what I would do if I was Taylor or anybody in power in Cincinnati is I'd pull my team. What do y'all think? If you want him, I'll go get him. I'm not going to make my team mad. I'm not going to anger anybody. And if everybody's down with this, it makes some sense.
I think it doesn't make sense to keep Russell around, though.
No, he's done in New York for a lot of reasons.
And I don't know if you can trade him, but at a minimum, you can just cut him and
go.
Yeah, I do think Russ is done in New York for the most part. I do think there is a team like Cincinnati or maybe another that could potentially use him as a stopgap while their starter gets healthy. But it's slim pickings. And I saw Drew Show right on here. It's hard to bag on Wilson. Super Bowl winner, 10-time Pro Bowler, perennial player of the year candidate in his first 7 seasons. Yeah. But when it goes fast. And for Russell Wilson, it looks like a lot of it's kind of gone. And part of that is, I think, his ability to play within the pocket. And it's difficult when things aren't perfect for all quarterbacks. And when your measurables are less than, then it becomes even harder, especially as you get older. And Russell Wilson's always had to fight that stigma of being a smaller quarterback, and his ability to see over and through the line and get around and make plays, and his athleticism's allowed him to overcome that. He is getting long in the tooth, though. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star. It's a very, very memorable day, and I'll tell you why when we come back right here on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94-1 San Antonio Sports Stars. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Cherry World in Arlington. Pregame at 6.
I like this kind of party.
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That's our philosophy at GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. Fat ones, skinny ones, curvy ones, fast ones, slow ones, round ones, and square ones. Yes, square body Chevys. We buy them at GiveMeTheVin.com. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now. Put yours in and get a quote. We'd love to buy it. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Call for your fast free quote today. Call 800-298-2007. That's 800-298-2007. 800-298-2007.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement. iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
94.1.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pledger here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I am James Pledger. Appreciate y'all rolling with me as we get you ready for the Cowboys Hour. Cavante Turpin is their guest, another guy that they hand the ball off to in the backfield who is even smaller than CeeDee Lamb, who has not gotten hurt. But I digress. Oh, man, special day, September 24th, the day my dad passed away. Back in 2008, it's been a while, but I always remember it. And, you know, you're remembered through the people who remember you. And I remember my dad vividly, things that we did and lessons he instilled in me, hard work, et cetera, but having fun at all costs, enjoying life while you have the moments. And he took us out on the boat. He gave me the life that I grew up having and the childhood. I got to go to Oilers games and Longhorn games as season ticket holders. I mean, Red River rivalries. It was fantastic. And I appreciate everything that he did for me. And you remember the ones that you love. And is it hard? Sure. Always. I never have a day that doesn't go by that I don't wish, at least for a moment, to be able to talk to him still. And he passed 2008. So like 17 years ago. So it's always going to be there. The pain lessens, obviously, the older you get, but it's the things that you hold on to about them. It's going to those games. It's those sporting moments. It's the crushing loss for the Oilers to the Bills in the comeback, you know, watching that game upstairs at the lake house and remembering exactly the emotions and then remembering the elation at the same time of being able to enjoy and celebrate the Longhorns winning the national championship and all that we went through with that. And so it's the ups, it's the downs of sports. And it's kind of what drove me to this passion of sports that I have. And it'll always be remembered. I'll never not think about him. And that's why you always give out what you put in. And you always wonder if you're living up to the standard that they would have wanted you to. And you have to be able to take the things that you learned and try and implement them in every way, shape, and form that you can, because it is the way that they're remembered is a lot through the legacy that they created through you or the people that you've come in contact with. And I think that's very important for us to always remember. And I always say, and as I close out the show, call your loved ones, check on them. You never know what people are going through in life. And the simplest, hey, how are you doing, can change a lot of things for a lot of people. So call them, check on them, make sure your friends are doing okay. And just say hi every once in a while, because it does a lot more good than you can ever imagine. This has been Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM. SASportsStar.com. We'll see you tomorrow as we get you ready for Thursday Night Football presented by Flight by Yingling. We will have the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals right here. Don't forget to start your morning with Rob and AJ. And don't forget to listen to Jason and Joe on the Blitz Then I'll take you all the way up till Thursday Night Football. This has been Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 FM.
An accident or injury can derail your life in an instant, leaving you struggling to pay for medical bills and daily expenses. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe every Texan deserves justice, no matter their financial situation. That's why we offer our no-win, no-fee promise. You don't pay us.